Hello, hello. How are you today? Hashtag health, wealth, life. Day 51. It's 51 or 52. I write it and then I instantly forget some days. So we've gone through a lot so far. 51 or 52 days into the year. Karen, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Hope you had a great day. Have you seen all the videos? I'm curious. Have you watched everyone or part of everyone? Maybe you've not watched the whole of it. Mitt, what's this? It's St Mary's reunion going on in here. Matt didn't go St Mary's. Hello, mate. Noz, welcome aboard. And I'm just curious, how many of you watched all of the videos so far? Have you watched all of them? Have you watched most of them? Have you watched one of them? You know, how are you getting on? How are you finding it? Always ask, are you still on your New Year's resolutions? Are you still sticking to them? Are you still achieving those goals and stacking those activities? And that's what this is all about. Let's all stay. Urbanis, still in LA? Amazing, making it on board. Nola, happy to see you as always. Where's Rose? Is she in the house? Give me a thumbs up. So we're getting a little community in here and we're just supporting each other and building on our experiences and sharing my insights with you and your insights with me, and that's how we can grow quicker. So we talked about thoughts yesterday. How are you getting on with that? How did you get on? Mayrose won that competition, if we want to call it that. She was 95% positive thoughts yesterday, and Pedro was in a close second at 90% positive thoughts. I came in third at 85. Woo, pretty good. I was beaten. Rose, there you are. Good to see you. So a quick thing that Tara reminded me of was you can set a notification for this. So it's down the bottom somewhere there. Nola, thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. It's down the bottom there. You can set a notification that even if you're not on Facebook, you can be reminded of this Facebook Live or any other Facebook Live for that matter as soon as they go on, as soon as the person goes live. So worth doing that. Set that up for this one at least anyway. I don't care about anyone else. Not really, but set it up. Set it up for whatever live you want, then you won't miss any. That's a little tip of the day from Tara. So thoughts, how are you getting on today? Did you have mostly positive thoughts? Did you have mostly negative? Just recap that. I spoke with Adriana, spoke with someone else today, and they said they're much more aware of how many thoughts they were having and were they positive or negative thoughts, and had a little bit of an effect just from simply being more aware of it on having more positive thoughts. And as we said, more positive thoughts, you'll have a bit more energy, a bit more of a smile, and then that projects on whoever you talk to, whatever piece of work you do, whatever phone call you make, because even if they can't see you, they can hear you smiling. They really can. It makes a difference. So talking about the thoughts, let me know how you're getting on. What was your percentage today? Did you have 80% positive thoughts, 20% negative? Was you 50-50? Let me know. Pop it in the comment box below. Where are you at? Positive attitude until I got home from work. Is that a marital thing going on there, Nos? So what would you say? 60% positive out of the whole day? Give me some numbers, people. Okay, so write it in the box below. Just give me a quick figure. And also then I shared peanut butter cups, just recapping the last few days. And that's been Virginia, welcome aboard. Are you still skiing? Are you home? I shared the peanut butter cup recipe. That was really popular. Loads of people took that on. I'm wondering how you get on. Have you tried it? Remember, anytime, there's another thing that I make called a fluff, which is 90% positive. Amazing. Well done, Virginie. And you're leading the way today. So there's another thing I do that's called a fluff. And the first time I made it, absolute mess. Second time, nightmare. Third time, not bad. Fourth time, yeah, got it. So the first time you make this, had a great day, 80%. Excellent, excellent, Nola. That's great to hear as well. I'm happy to hear that. Financial. Okay, Ross. All right, well, we can talk about that. Let's talk about some health, wealth, and how that can attach to it. Let me give you an exercise today as well. We'll get to that in a moment, just recapping. So how are you getting on with the recipe? Have you used it? Have you tried it? And it's an amazing snack. 90% positive for work. Well done, Noz. So let me know about the recipe as well. Now, I want to give you a stress technique today. And it's really important. I spend a lot of time talking about lifestyle and mindset stuff because I think it's a big part of all of our lives. And I'll tell you why. So we're in our bodies 24 hours a day. We all have 24 hours a day, the same amount. And not back yet, still skiing. Okay, so hopefully the signal's good today. So we all have 24 hours in our day and we all spend 24 hours in our body, right? Well, kind of. We don't spend 24 hours in our body with full focus, do we? So what I mean by that is you're not fully aware 100% of the time of your body. But you do spend 24 hours a day in your head. Now, most of the time, most people are in their head, thinking about what they just heard, reporting on what the person just said. You know, Now your brain's talking about and responding to what I'm saying. And if you're thinking what you're talking about, what voice, and you can hear what voice is he talking about, he's gone mad, it's that voice that I'm talking about. So we all do that. So what I'm saying is most people spend more time in their head than they do in their body. And that's partly why people like to exercise, because it gets them into their body, they feel their lungs, they feel their heart beating, they feel the blood rushing, it brings them into the body. It's a different sensation. And actually, you know, the non-stop flow of thoughts in their head gets broken up. And that's actually a release. It's like putting your foot on the accelerator on a car and just keeping it down all day. And that's not the most healthy way to function our brains. And that's the beauty of meditation or mind control methods or just spending some time breathing and relaxing. That's a lot of the time why people exercise and why people get into extreme sports, because their life could be at risk, or they could be at risk of injury at least, and they've got to really be in their body and focused and moving and ready at any moment to make the move. So this is really important. So the point being, we spend much more time, most of us, in our heads. So if we can spend a little bit more time focusing on the mind and just structuring that and getting that right, the body will follow. The body will follow. So what I find is people really want to make a body transformation. People really want to stay strict on their diet. People really want to go to the gym 5 times a week. And as soon as they get tired or a stressful situation arises, then their mind doesn't want to go, and their mind goes somewhere else, and then their body just follows. You know what I mean? So the mind goes and the body just has to go with it. So I'll give you a little technique. Now this technique is called zoom in, zoom out. A little something I thought of from the training I've done over the last 20 years, and it works really well for me. So I'm going to share it with you. And what it is let's go on a little journey for a moment. So I want you to think of a stressful time in your life. Might have happened today, might have happened yesterday, might have happened 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Just go back there for a moment and just picture in your mind what you can see and just feel what you felt. Maybe there's a smell associated to it, maybe there's a taste associated to it. Just spend a moment there, picture that stressful time. I'll give you one of mine. It's very recent actually, when the gym closed down. So I woke up that morning and I looked at my phone and I had messages, mate, have you seen what's gone on with the gym? Like, whoa! That was stress. That was stress, right? So I'm back there now, and I'm in it. You know, when you're in it, you're in the web, you can't see, you can't see your hand in front of your face. It's a bit foggy. You're not thinking straight maybe. It's just a bit of a mess. It's stressful. So go back to that stressful moment for a minute. And now what you do is notice how that feels. You feel how you felt in that moment. Maybe everything felt quite small. Everything felt quite close and quite small. Now what I want you to do is pause that for a minute. And I want you to zoom out. Zoom out to this moment right now. So you've zoomed out and you can look back on that and look back on the rest of your life, and you'll see, hey, I've zoomed out a little bit. I've removed myself from that stress a little bit. How's that feel? Feels a little bit better, right? Now you might have thought, you might have looked in the mirror one day in your life and thought, man, I just hate the way I look. I think most people, nearly everyone has had that in their lives. There's a few people that haven't, but nearly everyone has. And you can zoom out to now. Maybe you're in a much better position and think, whoa, I remember how I felt about myself then. And it feels much nicer now. You're in this moment, you're listening to me, you're right here, and you can zoom out. Now, let's go one step further. I want you to zoom out a bit more and think about 5 years down the line. 5 years, where's your life going to be? Mark board. Welcome aboard. We've got 2 boards on. Mr. and Mrs. Board. Good to have you both. And zoom out. So zoom out, we're 5 years in the future, and obviously we've talked a lot about vision and having foresight. And take yourself there. Where's your life going to be in 5 years' time? What do you look like? And I'm hoping that, if you're watching this, then absolutely you've got 100%. It's going to be better than where you are now. It's going to be improved than where you are now. So we've zoomed out to there, and you're thinking, woo, we can look back on now, even though now might be okay. You're looking back and thinking, whoa, I'm in an even better place because we're 5 years on. And then you look further away, is that stressful moment that we just went to first of all. And how does that feel? So we can zoom in, zoom out to different things and take the feelings and the smells and the taste with us. And what that does is just removes us from the stress for a moment. Because when you need to make a decision, we should always make it from a state that's effective. An effective state is, if we're in a stress and we're angry, that's not a good time to make a decision about things. So we need a little technique that just snaps us out. Zoom out, focus. Okay. 5 years time, this is all going to be gone. Everything's going to be perfect. I'm going to be looking back in 2 years time, for instance, be looking back on this whole gym situation and thinking, wow, that actually somehow ended up like a positive thing. I've got an echo going on. So you're hearing everything twice. This is good. It's a double whammy on your subconscious going bam, bam, bam. So looking back, I'm going to be saying, wow, that was really stressful, that gym closure. And it came like whipping the ground out from underneath me. But 2 years now, okay, it's led to all these beautiful things. And I've met these different people. And it gave me this opportunity. It made me do this. It made me do that. So do that yourself. Do that yourself. In any moment you're feeling stressed, be in it. Think about it for a minute. Be in it. Feel it out. And then just zoom out and think, this is going to pass. All this will pass. And this is where it's going. Okay, now how do I want to handle this moment? It's a nice little technique to use. Zoom in, zoom out. And most people spend their time in their head. So this is a really good technique for you to take on board. Now we can zoom even further, go 10 years and as far as you can. Some people can't see that far ahead. I struggle sometimes to see that far ahead. So I think 5 years is like a good yardstick. But if you can do 10 and do 20 if you can. If you dare to go that far. Your imagination is one of the most powerful things on the planet. And if you can use it wisely, it will direct and pull you to where you want to go. Fear will push you until vision pulls you. So use the vision to pull you in the direction you want to go rather than waiting and just being pushed off the ledge and having to make your survival on the way down. Now you can do this anytime, and if you're struggling with a body issue, zoom into the worst time. Maybe that's now, I don't know. Maybe that's now. And just think, there's things I can stack here right now that I know there's things and there's people I can listen to. Listen to this broadcast every day. I will give exercise tips and tricks and nutrition advice and supplement guidance. I'll give all of that free. Simple stuff that you can use. Everyone can do this. It's really not brain science, rocket surgery. I mixed the two there. So brain science or rocket surgery, either way. So brain surgery or rocket science, either way. It's not. It's really simple stuff. But when we stack these simple things in a row, day by day, week on week, that's when you start to get the benefits of all of them combined. And that's when you start to really compound your efforts. And the length of time you're in the game is really important. So this is just another technique, zooming in and out, and use your imagination, visualizing, zooming in, zooming out. So practice this and it empowers you to reframe the stress. So the point is, that's the other thing I wanted to say. So the point is, we want to take our stress levels down. The whole first section of Health Wealth is about lifestyle. And a lot of it is to do with stress management. Because if we're too stressed about anything, we can be, and stress can come from anywhere. It could be in our thoughts. We're just the stressful thinker. Or we're used to using stressful or negative language. Or there's a financial stress going on. As you mentioned that. Or there's an emotional stress. You've got someone who's unwell in your family. You know, we've all had things with this, and it's terrible. We've had an experience of that, and it's terrible. So, or maybe it's your job. You've got instability in your business. So whatever it is, the stress can come from anywhere. Maybe it's the environment. Maybe it's the food you're eating. What it is, we need to learn how to manage that stress. And one of that is our internal dialogue and where our mind is most of the time. Now, the beauty of that is you have full control. The only control you have over anything really is your internal state and how you perceive things. That's the only thing really. You know, a car could whiz past, nearly run us over. We could be negative, saying, I could have died today. Or we could say, whoa, I nearly died today. I'm going to make the rest of my life like this unbelievable, uplifting, inspirational story. So it's really your perception of how we get on with things, and that's the only power we really have. So that's for me is why it's really so important. So zoom in, zoom out of your stressful into your vision, stressful into vision, and use it all the time to bring your stress levels down, because you'll bring cortisol down in your body, and when you do, you'll automatically make less cortisol, which lowers body fat around the umbilicus, the belly button, and the midriff most of all. You'll also crave sugars left, because there's an inverse relationship between cortisol and insulin. So when your cortisol goes high, your body will say, damn, we need to get some insulin in some insulin up into the system because it naturally brings cortisol down. So when we're really stressed, that's one of the reasons why we crave sugar and chocolate and biscuits or whatever your vice is, sweets, because the sugar goes in and the body says insulin goes up to balance the blood sugar and it brings down cortisol and we feel less stressed. That's the science behind it, but you don't really need to know that stuff. Basically, we want to manage how much stress we're creating, and a lot of it is in here. Now, as soon as we bring that down, we'll get better results in the gym, we'll sleep better, we'll have better relationships, we'll feel happier, and all the good stuff in life. So what I'm going to do is I'll share, that should be ready in the next day or two. I'm going to share a lens questionnaire with you. Mayrose, welcome aboard. Hope your course is going well. Did you finish it today? I'm not sure if you finished today. Or the first part anyway. So I'm going to share a lens questionnaire with you. What this does is gives you a free report. It's a free questionnaire and it'll give you a 6-page personalized report about your position and your current state of lens and how health wealth is for you in this current moment. It's a great little yardstick that we can all take today, well, in the next couple of days when I share it with you, and then we can do it again in a year or 2 years time and see how we've improved. So if you're interested in taking the lens questionnaire, just write lens, L-E-N-S, in the comment box. Type that in and then I know that there's a few of you that are interested in taking that. It's a free 6-page report and you'll get that absolutely free. It'll be personalized for you and it will give you an insight into things you can do in those 4 areas: lifestyle, exercise, nutrition and supplementation. So it's free, completely free. And I'll give it to you. Just have to put lens in the comment box below. Now, just to finish off, Noz, thank you very much for replying. That's it. So I'll get that out to you. I'll inform you as soon as that's up and ready. It's just being finished off, the finishing touches, and I'll be happy to share that with you. And I look forward to getting your results and helping you with another few insights of going to lift you up. So. We talked about today, zoom in, zoom out, stress management. So just to recap, you can use it if you're in a stressful situation right now, or you can use it as a gratitude and to help lift your energy and vibe right now and help you lose body fat and get into the gym and all the good stuff, sleep better and feel better about yourself right now, because you can go back, visit the stressful moment and then zoom out to now, zoom out a bit further, zoom out a bit further and think, hey, let's not get so caught up in the web. When you're in the web, you think there's no way forward. There's nothing we can do. So let's use our minds in like a periscope way. We can go in, we can go out, and we can feel better about stuff. And when we feel better about stuff, then we make better decisions, and we can really make clean decisions. For instance, like getting down the gym or making the next meal really a healthy choice. A healthy choice. I did a video about just being on the edge, and yesterday, really on the edge, like, you know. It's not all perfect. It's not all perfect. Yesterday, I was this close. I thought, yeah, I'll stop off. I'll get some chocolate. But I didn't. I just resisted that. And it was difficult. It was challenging. I still have that. Like everyone, we all have it. It's not perfect for anyone who can get themselves in amazing shape. You still have that issue and that challenge, but it's how you choose. It's how you choose in that moment. And if you manage if you stack all these trainings I put together, you'll be able to manage those challenging moments a little bit better each time. Just a touch better, a touch better. You can drag it a little bit longer before you fall off track again. Just a little bit longer, and that's what makes the difference. All right. So. Zoom in, zoom out. I'm also going to share, I'll do another video. I'm going to do some exercise videos and share them with you, give you some movements to do that you can do in the gym or at home. I've got a movement specialist, a friend of mine. I'm going to do an interview with her in the next day or so. So I'll give you an exercise for that. Keep an eye out for that. And also I've got a business mentor of mine, amazing course, and an amazing guy. He gives so much time. He's given me so much time. He's an awesome guy, and he's got an amazing name. His name's Daniel as well. And so he's bound to be a top bloke. And I'll share some information about a day event that he's got going on, and the training courses he's got going on, because they are fantastic. So if you wanted to look into your business and how to develop it, and he's got a system with his company called Dent, and I'll share all that with you in another video anyway. So today, take on board Mr. and Mrs. Board and everyone else here, take on board zooming in and zooming out, and we can do this because we've all got a mind and we all have the ability to do it. and just feel better about everything right now, because you can zoom out and think, hey, this is all going to pass and things are going to get even better because you have your vision in front of you. All right, I was in the same with McDonald's yesterday when going around with my manager in the community. I was the same with McDonald's yesterday. McDonald's? Were you in McDonald's? I look like Popeye then. Anyway, Noz, not sure what McDonald's is going on. You was just happened to be in there, or you're not working there? I know you're not doing that. Anyway, all right, we'll talk more. Have an amazing evening. Take great care of yourself and everyone around you. Remember, bring someone to the party. Invite someone to the party. I'll share the poster of Health, Wealth, Life every day at 6 p.m. I'll share that again, and if you could share that for me, I'd really appreciate it. And just let some people know about it. Bring them to the party. We'll have a chat. I promise we'll have some fun. Set the notification. Give me some thumbs up and give me a share. Give me a share. Let's get this message out. Let's grow this group. And let's keep the conversation going. So a few of you have been messaging me privately. Very happy to have those conversations. Keep them coming. And anything in the box as well. All is welcome. All is welcome. Absolutely. Good choice, Nuz. Good choice. Actually, I won't disparage anyone too much or any big companies. I actually watched The Founder the other day. Have you seen that? Have a nice evening. All. Have a nice evening, everyone. Anyway, that's another conversation about McDonald's. All right, have a great evening. Take care of great care of yourself and everyone around you. And remember, happy is a skill that you can learn. And this is a better way to bring out your personal best. Let's go get some health, wealth, and let's take the world with us. See you tomorrow at 6 p.m.